Have you ever found yourself trapped in a loop of thoughts, replaying past conversations, obsessing over decisions, or imagining worst-case scenarios that will probably never happen? You're not alone. Overthinking is something we all do at some point, but when it becomes a habit, it can quietly destroy our peace of mind, our confidence, and even our ability to take action. Imagine this. You send a message to a friend, and they don't reply right away. Within minutes, your mind starts spiraling. Did I say something wrong? Are they upset with me? Maybe they're ignoring me on purpose. The rational part of you knows they're probably just busy, but the overthinking side doesn't let go. Hours later, you're still fixated on it. Your mood has shifted, and suddenly, an innocent delay in response has turned into a personal crisis. Overthinking isn't just about having a busy mind. It's a mental trap, one that keeps you stuck in a cycle of fear, doubt, and anxiety. And here's the worst part. The more you overthink, the harder it becomes to break free. It's like a self-reinforcing loop where every thought feeds the next, making it feel impossible to escape. And this doesn't just happen in small moments. Think about the big decisions in life: career choices, relationships, personal goals. Overthinkers often get stuck in analysis paralysis, where they weigh every possible outcome so obsessively that they never make a move. You hesitate to apply for a new job because what if you're not good enough? You avoid confessing your feelings to someone because what if they reject you? You hold back from chasing a dream because what if you fail? Over time, this habit erodes your self-trust. Instead of feeling confident in your choices, you second-guess yourself at every turn. You stop trusting your instincts. You become consumed by what-ifs instead of taking action. The result? Missed opportunities, unnecessary stress, and a life where fear dictates your choices. But here's the truth. Most of what you're overthinking about will never actually happen. Studies show that the majority of our worries are completely unfounded. And yet, we let these false narratives shape our reality. Imagine how much mental energy you waste playing out negative scenarios that never come true. If you've ever found yourself lying awake at night, dissecting every detail of your day, reliving past mistakes, or predicting future disasters, it's time to break free from this cycle. In the next few minutes, we're going to uncover why your brain does this, how overthinking silently sabotages your happiness, and most importantly, what you can do to stop it today. But before we dive deeper, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and leave a like if this topic resonates with you. By doing that, you're telling the algorithm that this type of content is valuable, and it helps us bring more insights that can truly make a difference in your life. Overthinking isn't just a mental habit, it physically rewires your brain. When you constantly analyze, worry, and second-guess, your brain strengthens neural pathways that reinforce this pattern. The more you do it, the more automatic it becomes. And over time, what started as occasional over-analyzing turns into a deeply ingrained way of thinking. Let's break this down with a real-life example. Imagine two people, Alex and Jordan. Both receive an unexpected email from their boss with the subject line, "Let's talk." Alex, who has trained their brain to think rationally, acknowledges the initial anxiety, but quickly moves on. It could be about a new project or just a routine check-in. They continue with their day, staying productive and calm. Jordan, on the other hand, immediately falls into an overthinking spiral. Did I do something wrong? Am I about to get fired? What if this ruins my career? Instead of staying focused, Jordan spends the entire day anxious, replaying every recent interaction with their boss, searching for a mistake they probably didn't even make. Now, here's the kicker. When the meeting finally happens, it turns out the boss just wanted to discuss a new opportunity within the company. Alex accepts the news with ease, but Jordan is mentally exhausted, drained from a self-inflicted emotional roller coaster that never needed to happen. This is the unseen cost of overthinking. It's not just about wasted time, it's about wasted energy, wasted emotions, and wasted potential. And this extends beyond work. Relationships suffer too. If you constantly analyze your partner's words, their tone, or how long they take to respond to a text, you create problems where there are none. Instead of enjoying the relationship, you spend more time interpreting it. Instead of building trust, you build doubt. Then there's the physical toll. Overthinking triggers stress, and stress, when chronic, wreaks havoc on your body. It can cause insomnia, headaches, muscle tension, and even weaken your immune system. Have you ever noticed how your body feels tight and drained after a long period of anxious thinking? That's because your brain isn't just experiencing stress, it's sending signals to your entire body to prepare for a danger that doesn't even exist. And let's talk about happiness. The more you overthink, the less present you become. You're stuck in the past, replaying what went wrong, or in the future, fearing what could go wrong. Either way, you're missing the only moment that actually exists, right now. But there's good news. Just like you trained your brain to overthink, you can train it to stop. It's not about eliminating thoughts altogether. That's impossible. It's about interrupting the pattern before it spirals out of control. One powerful method is the 5-second rule. The moment you catch yourself overthinking, count backward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move. Shift your focus. Take a deep breath. Stand up and walk around. Call a friend. Do anything that pulls you out of the loop before it deepens. Another technique is questioning your thoughts. Ask yourself, is this worry based on facts or assumptions? Has this scenario ever actually happened before? If my friend were overthinking this, what advice would I give them? These questions force your brain to switch from emotional panic mode to logical reasoning, breaking the cycle before it takes over. And finally, set a time limit on overthinking. If your mind keeps returning to the same worry, give yourself 5 minutes to dwell on it. When the time is up, shift gears. It sounds simple, but setting boundaries with your mind helps train it to work for you, not against you. If this is making sense to you so far, take a second to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. It helps support the content and keeps us bringing you more strategies that can genuinely transform your mindset. Breaking free from overthinking isn't just about managing thoughts, it's about changing the way you respond to them. Most people think they need to eliminate negative thoughts entirely, but that's impossible. Your brain is wired to scan for problems, to predict dangers, to analyze situations. The real issue isn't the thoughts themselves, it's your attachment to them. Think about it. When a negative or anxious thought pops up, what do? Do you engage with it? Do you feed it more energy by spiraling deeper? That's where the trap is. Overthinking doesn't come from the thought itself, it comes from your reaction to it. Let's put this into perspective with a simple analogy. Imagine you're standing on a busy street, watching cars pass by. Some cars are small and unimportant, others are massive and intimidating. Those cars, they're your thoughts. Most of them drive past harmlessly, unless you step into the road and start chasing them. Overthinking is the act of stepping into traffic, running after each thought, trying to control where it goes. But real mental freedom comes when you learn to stand back on the sidewalk, observe, and let them pass. Now, how do you apply this in real life? First, recognize when you're overthinking. Awareness is key. The moment you feel your mind spiraling, when you catch yourself replaying conversations, doubting decisions, or creating problems that don't exist, pause. Label it. Say to yourself, this is overthinking. That simple act of identifying it takes away some of its power. Second, detach from the thought. Instead of engaging, try this. Imagine placing that thought on a leaf and watching it float down a stream, or picture it as a cloud drifting across the sky. You're not suppressing it, you're just allowing it to pass without holding on to it. This is a practice used in mindfulness, and it works. The more you observe your thoughts instead of getting caught up in them, the weaker their grip becomes. Another powerful technique is taking action. Overthinking thrives in inaction. The more time you spend stuck in your head, the deeper the cycle becomes. The best way to break it? Do something. If you're overanalyzing a decision, set a deadline and make the call. If you're stuck worrying about what someone thinks of you, reach out and talk to them. If you're replaying a past mistake, write down what you learned and move forward. Overthinking is like quicksand. The more you struggle in your mind, the deeper you sink. But the moment you shift into action, you create movement, momentum, and clarity. And finally, let go of the need for certainty. One of the biggest fuels for overthinking is the belief that you must have all the answers before making a decision, that you need to be sure before you move forward. But life doesn't work that way. There will always be unknowns. There will always be risks. You will never have perfect certainty. And that's okay. Instead of seeking control over every outcome, learn to trust yourself. Trust that you'll handle whatever comes. Trust that even if things don't go perfectly, you'll adapt. When you stop chasing certainty, you start embracing freedom. And that's the real antidote to overthinking. Trusting yourself enough to let go. So if this message resonated with you, if you're ready to stop letting your thoughts control you and start living with clarity and confidence, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. And remember, your mind should be your tool, not your prison.